Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by your emotions, so angry that you shouted at someone, so frustrated that you gave up, or so sad that you couldn't focus on anything else? Most people think life defeats them because of external circumstances, bad luck, rude people, or unfair situations, but the truth is deeper and far more powerful. We often lose not because of life, but because we let our emotions control us. This is the story of Daniel, an ordinary man who struggled like most of us, but whose life changed forever the day he learned the secret to controlling emotions. Daniel was smart, ambitious, and hardworking, but he had one weakness: he reacted before thinking. If a colleague criticized him, his anger flared. If a plan failed, his frustration became a storm inside him. If someone ignored or insulted him, his pride pushed him to retaliate. Over time, Daniel noticed a troubling pattern. He was losing opportunities, friends, and peace of mind, not because of the mistakes he made, but because of how he reacted to them. Imagine sitting in a meeting and a colleague unfairly blames you for something you didn't do. Your heart races, your thoughts cloud, your mind screams, "Fight back." Most people in that moment would react, shout, or argue, but what if there was a better way? This story will teach you that better way, step by step, through Daniel's journey. By the end of it, you will understand, controlling your emotions is not just about peace, it's about winning every situation in life. Daniel's turning point came one Monday morning at his office. He had been working for months on an important project, one that could earn him a promotion. Just as he was presenting his progress to the team, a colleague publicly blamed him for a mistake that wasn't his. The room fell silent. Daniel felt the familiar surge of anger and frustration rushing through him. His heart pounded. His thoughts scrambled. Every instinct told him to defend himself, to raise his voice, to lash out. But something inside him paused. An almost silent voice whispered, "If you react emotionally, you lose more than this argument." In that moment, Daniel made a conscious choice. Instead of yelling or arguing, he took a deep breath, focused on the facts, and calmly said, "Let's review the information together before deciding." The tension in the room shifted. The facts came out. The truth was revealed. Daniel walked away not only respected but trusted. That single act of self-control shocked him more than anyone else. From that day forward, Daniel began observing his emotions rather than fighting them. He realized anger often came from unmet expectations, fear from imagined futures, and sadness from attachment to the past. Understanding this gave him distance from his feelings, and distance gave him power. Gradually, he practiced awareness in smaller situations first. When someone cut him off in traffic, he noticed his irritation but chose calm over shouting. When a friend criticized him unfairly, he paused and asked questions before reacting. When a difficult task at work seemed impossible, he replaced panic with planning. Daniel also discovered patterns in human behavior. When people are emotional, logic disappears. Conversations break down. Mistakes happen. Opportunities vanish. But when he stayed calm, clarity emerged, and he could make better decisions than anyone else in the room. Over the next months, Daniel's life transformed. At work, colleagues started trusting his judgment more, even in stressful situations. At home, conflicts with family became manageable because he responded thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Even during financial and personal challenges, his inner peace allowed him to think strategically rather than panic. One of the most important lessons Daniel learned was this: winning life situations doesn't mean defeating others, it means mastering your inner self. A calm person can navigate chaos, find solutions, and influence outcomes, while an emotional person reacts blindly and loses control. Daniel also realized that emotional control is not about suppressing feelings. It's about acknowledging them, understanding their source, and choosing your response. Anger is natural, sadness is natural, fear is natural, but reaction is optional. By exercising this choice repeatedly, Daniel began to see life from a higher perspective. Problems became challenges to solve, conflicts became opportunities to communicate, and stressful moments became chances to practice calmness. As his emotional intelligence grew, Daniel noticed something extraordinary. People naturally followed him, trusted him, and relied on his judgment. His calm presence became a superpower, invisible but unmistakable. He understood that leadership and success do not come from loudness or aggression, they come from clarity, composure, and the ability to respond rather than react. Daniel also learned practical strategies that helped him maintain this control. Pause before responding. Even 3 to 5 seconds creates distance from emotions. Label the emotion, recognize anger, fear, or frustration without judgment. Breathe and visualize. Slow breathing lowers adrenaline and clears the mind. Focus on facts, not feelings. Analyze situations logically before acting. Reflect daily, review emotional triggers and plan better responses. With consistent practice, Daniel's life changed completely. Opportunities he once missed because of impulsive reactions now came to him naturally. Relationships improved. Stress decreased. He became a person people turned to for guidance. And most importantly, he realized that controlling emotions is the ultimate competitive advantage in life. The final lesson Daniel learned is simple, yet life-changing. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control your response. Life will throw criticism, failures, delays, and disappointments at you. That is unavoidable. But whether these situations break you or build you depends entirely on your inner state. Daniel began to live by one principle: never let temporary emotions create permanent damage. Silence can be stronger than shouting. Patience can be stronger than force. Self-control can be stronger than dominance. Today, Daniel wins every situation, not because he controls others, not because life is easier, but because he masters himself. Anger no longer dictates his words. Fear no longer dictates his actions. Frustration no longer dictates his choices. Every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every conflict becomes a lesson. Every stressful moment becomes a practice ground for calmness and wisdom. And this is the truth: the person who controls their emotions wins in life every single time. When you master yourself, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the leader of your own life. So remember, the next time life challenges you, ask yourself, will I react, or will I respond? Your answer will determine whether you lose or win. And if you choose awareness, patience, and calm, you will not just survive, you will thrive, and every situation will bend in your favor.